CPC bodybuilding. And today I have a special guest previewing the Sheru Classic Italy in men's classic physique this weekend. My special guest today is IFBB Pro from Italy, Francesco Della Vedova. Francesco, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. And you?
Good, man. I'm so happy to have you on and finally have you on the show and just talk classic physique in your home country, man.
Yo, um, really love this competition because also is in from my country, and I'm very disappointed to not competing here.
Yeah, but that's okay because your pro
Yeah,
debut is coming up this year, right?
yeah, this year pro debut, yeah.
Do you have any shows
But
picked out?
I think for sure the muscle contest in Austria,
Okay.
December.
Okay, very
But
nice.
let's see, maybe I do something before.
Okay. So you heard it here, everyone. We might see him later on this year. So,
Yeah.
but for now, Francesco and I are going to be previewing the Sheru Classic Italy Pro, which is this Sunday. So I will share my screen so you all can see the lineup. All right. So this is the classic physique lineup for this weekend's Sheru Classic Italy Pro. And
Mm-hmm.
Francesco and I will be making our top 5 picks at the end of this. We'll go
Yeah,
through
top.
and talk about each of these guys individually and then also give the info for the live stream. So if you want to watch the show and you can't attend, the live stream is here at sherukclassicworld.com. It's only 15 euros, so not very expensive. And I'll be sure to link this live stream in my description on the YouTube video and then also post it on my Instagram story throughout the week. So you can watch the show. It'll be very good live stream quality. So make sure you watch that if you can't attend. But here is the lineup. So the pro show is on Sunday at 5 p.m. Italy time. So the prejudging and the finals are all in one show. And this is our lineup right here. There's one person not listed on this lineup card who will be in the show, and that is Emanuele Rigotti from Italy. So we will see him in this lineup too. He's a late addition. But starting out, we've got Adam Bomert from Poland, Luca Corrado from Italy, Ethan Gohari of Australia, Florian Hartledge of Germany, Laszlo Karali from Hungary, Damian Kuffel from Poland, Udaya Rathnayaki, who now lives in Italy but is originally from Sri Lanka, Antoine Loth of Spain, Edwin Underwood from Italy, Luigi De Robertis from Italy, Emanuele Rigotti from Italy, and Peter Vucevic from Poland. So that is your
But
full.
bro, I think also Emanuele Ricotti, Lele. Also,
Yeah,
I think he competing.
yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's just
see.
not on this lineup card. This was released before he said he was going to join the show. I DM'd him before he said he was going to join the show, and he said he was still thinking about it. But we will see Emmanuel on the show.
Okay.
All right, so that's the full classic lineup, guys. We'll start out with Adam Bomert from Poland. So Adam won last year's Romania Pro and competed at his very first Olympia. So I think
Wow.
Adam is a very, very strong classic competitor. Just looking at his physique right here, just very balanced and proportionate overall, has great structure, very crisp
Yeah.
lines. Francesco, what do you think of Adam Bomert?
I think he's very muscle maturity, you know. His muscle very stone, you know. He's very dry.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I don't see this look classic, you know. I
Yeah.
see something like a similar bodybuilder, maybe, because I see he never take the vacuum example. He never do that.
Yeah, I think the
You
vacuum would look
see,
good in
yeah,
this shot right here.
yeah. He don't do the vacuum.
Yeah, and that's okay. I
Yeah,
don't think you
nice.
have to do the vacuum to be classic, but I think it would
Mm.
help him in the front double bicep probably.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure,
Mhm.
sure. But he is very, very good structure and muscle, you know. But
Mhm.
I think if he do the vacuum, maybe the line, you know, is I think is much better.
Mhm. Yeah, and he
Mm.
placed fourth at the FA Poland Pro just a couple of weeks ago. So trying to
Mm-hmm.
improve upon that with this show. He could be in that top five. We'll see how that goes. But this is a very, very difficult lineup with a lot of good classic bodybuilders. But
Yeah.
that is Adam Bomert from Poland. And next up, we have a guy you know, Luca Corrado, who is coached
Oh,
by the same coach, Giuseppe Romano.
yeah. Yes.
So, what do you think about Luca's physique?
Looks. I think Luke is very, you know, very. I love his physique, you know, because he's very like a marble, you know, and he have a great mentality, and I like also his posing. He improve a lot, and also the vacuum he improve a lot, and the condition is was very very
Mhm. Very good
peeled.
condition. And he
Uh,
took fourth
uh,
place at Optimum this year, too. So he has
yeah,
finished in the top five recently. Um, but
yeah,
his condition is always very sharp. He knows how to pose well, and he's competing in his home country. So a lot
yeah,
extra motivation in this show for Luca Corrado.
yeah. Maybe when we post this story, maybe we'll tag him because he write me before the live with you, and he was very happy to see me and you talking about him. So
Mhm.
maybe later we can do a little bit story for you for
Yeah.
sorry for him.
Yeah, man. Sounds good. Yeah. And
Hmm.
I really like Luca's lines too. He has very,
Yeah,
very good lines, especially in the quads.
yeah. Luca Corrado is um, the mentality, you know, because I know him in person, you know, and he have a Mamba mentality, you know. So I really love this guy, really.
So that is Luca Corrado. Next up, we have Ethan Gohari of Australia, and he's competing
Mm,
in his second show this year. He did not place at the M Pro Classic last week, but
mm-hmm,
he did take top six at Vancouver last year. And I think he has some of the grainiest muscles, just very dense, very hard. Like look at the
mm,
glutes in the back in this shot. This is
mm,
crazy. I think he just
yeah,
has some really nasty looking grainy muscle. And that's what I really
yeah,
like about his
yeah,
physique.
yeah. It's very, very grainy, and hey, this every guys, they have the conditioning no word because the condition is fantastic. But for
Mhm.
the other, for all the guys, you know, if you see, wow,
Yeah, I
what you
really
think
like
about this
Ethan's
guy?
physique. This is hard to believe for me that somebody who looks like this wouldn't place in a pro show.
Hmm.
I think that lineup last week at the M Pro Classic was very deep though. And
Mm,
I also think the judging probably I'm not saying Ethan, deserved to be top five or anything, but I don't know. I think the judging at that show was a bit questionable as well, but
mm.
that's just
Yeah,
my opinion.
big question about the judging in Spain because in Spain I don't know the judge. You see, Emanuele was out to the top last call out. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a topic of another discussion, but I thought the judging was
Yeah,
very interesting.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so that is Ethan Gohari. Next up, we have Florian Hartlich of Germany.
I don't know him.
So he took seventh
Ah,
at the Poland Pro recently.
hmm?
And just looking at his physique, what do you think some of his strengths are?
It's very big.
Yeah, very wide. Very wide is what I think. He's got the
Yeah,
broad shoulders, the
yeah.
wide clavicles. I really like
It's
if you look at
very,
this shot right here, this is a good shot for him. The back, he has great glutes and hamstrings, great calves, very wide back, great traps. I think this is a really good shot for him. He matches up very well because this is Adam Boehmer to his left, and the guy
hmm.
who won the show, Damian Kuffel, to his right. And I think I would actually take him over Damian in the shot personally. He doesn't have
Yeah,
quite as much detail, but he's got more size, more width, more muscle.
yeah, yeah. But the category is classic, you know. So
Mhm.
I think when you judging the classic, you see also the line, the structure, you know. And then you see the muscle, you know, because I think it's classic, you know, no bodybuilding,
Yeah,
but open bodybuilding. But he is very big, very, very big.
yeah. So that's Florian Hartlich. Next up, we have probably the favorite in the
Yeah,
show, Laszlo
yeah,
Karaly from
favorite.
Hungary. So, Francesco, what do you think about Laszlo's physique?
Mm. No, Lazlo is perfect for me. For me, it's perfect. But you see, also, I love also his image on the social media. You know, it was very, very clean. Yeah, it's,
I'm gonna find a good. This shot right here is just crazy. The front double bicep,
yeah,
those lats with the small waist, man. That's just so
yeah.
hard to beat.
The lats, the lats and the biceps, the vacuum, everything was on point.
And this was
Uh,
from the UK Pro in 2021. This is the show that he won to go to the Olympia that year. He did compete
really?
last year. He took seventh at the Arnold Classic, or no, sixth at the Arnold Classic UK last year, which was a bit of a surprise. I think the judging was probably a bit questionable there, just looking at how far back he placed. Um, just because he was very conditioned, like in this, and his posing is very, very on point too. But I really
Hmm.
like Laszlo's physique, and I can understand why he would be the favorite. He just has the classic look, very crisp lines, great shape and structure,
It's fantastic,
great width.
fantastic, really.
He knows how to pose. Exactly what you look for in classic physique.
Hmm.
So that is Laszlo Karaly. Next up, we have Damian Kuffel, who won the
Oh,
FA
mm.
Poland Pro just a couple of
Huh.
weeks ago.
Huh.
And
Wow.
he'll go to his very first Olympia this year. So when you look at Damian's physique, what are some things that you notice?
What I think,
Yeah, what do you think, man?
uh, I think I think he and Leslo was I don't have any word because if you see also structure, muscle, conditioning, everyone was some point really. It's very very hard to find a weekend point, weekend,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, weekend
Very balanced,
point, you know. Yeah, great balance. Yeah, everything.
very
Also,
balanced.
if you see also the legs, the striation, was very, very, very.
He just has clean lines, just very, very
Yeah,
crisp, clean lines too. And I think that he's very well put together, very proportionate. And he
Hmm.
doesn't have standout body parts. He doesn't have one thing that makes you say, "Oh wow, that's a crazy like he just has crazy quads or crazy lats." Everything just looks very balanced.
Yeah.
Everything looks very good, but not one thing stands out. And he's definitely a threat to win this show, given how well he performed just a couple of weeks ago.
Wow. But wow. Really. Wow. I think he and Laszlo first and second, I think.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think first and second
So
because it's
that's
very,
Damien
very,
Kuffel.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So next up, we've got
Oh, Grizzly,
Antoine Loth, the
Antoine,
Grumpy
yeah,
Grizzly.
the
So
Grizzly, yeah.
just looking
Wow.
at his physique, this is before the M Pro Classic where he placed second last week. And for those of you looking at his physique, he might not be the most classic guy. He's a bodybuilder by trade. That was his first classic physique show last week where he placed second. He's never competed in classic before, turned pro in bodybuilding. And he proved that he can do well in classic, and he plans to eventually make the move to open bodybuilding. But for right now, he's competing in classic, seeing how he does. And one thing that stands out to me
Hmm.
is his condition is just crazy.
Yeah. But I think, bro, we should take the pro card in bodybuilding, why you switch to classic, because also if you see his look, for me, he's a bodybuilder,
Mm-hmm.
bodybuilder. No, I think he's because he's very big, very big. Yeah, he have a great vacuum, sure, conditioning on point, but I don't know. I see him in bodybuilding, not in classic.
Yeah,
Honestly,
and I agree with you. I
honestly,
think ultimately his physique
it's very
belongs
big.
in bodybuilding, but
Yeah,
for
it's
right
very
now,
big.
I think he can get away with being classic because he's not quite that size yet. If he puts
No,
on 5 or 10 pounds of muscle, I think he needs to just go to bodybuilding or yeah, bodybuilding.
sure, for sure,
Because to me right now, he kind
sure.
of has a similar structure of like some of these other classic guys who are on the line between classic and bodybuilding, who maybe have a bit of a wider waist. Um, and I think he does ultimately fit into bodybuilding, but he looks good right now. And I'll be intrigued to see how well he does at this show. So next up, we've got Edwin Underwood, who placed
Edwin.
second at the Poland Pro. Now he is an
Hmm.
Italian guy too. So Francesco, what stands out about his physique?
Edwin. Yeah, I think honestly, maybe honestly in the front is very perfect. Also from the side, maybe on the back, what you mean? What you thinking? I think
Um,
on the back.
on the back, so I think he might need a little bit more detail in the back. His
Yeah,
back
yeah.
looks
When you
it looks good. It's
yeah,
wide,
look,
but
look,
I think
look,
he
look, look.
needs like more rhomboids, more traps,
Yeah,
probably a little bit more work in the erectors, the lower back. But he has good lats, and I
yeah,
I think his front shots are incredible, and he might have the
yeah,
best arms in this entire show. Really, he has great arms as well. Um,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I
I
think he
think
could win. He
actually,
could win this show. He's that good. Do I have
yeah,
him picked to be my winner? No, but I think he's very, very good. And I think he'll win a pro show this year if he keeps competing. Um,
yeah,
and he's
yeah.
a good
If he
poser
say,
too.
yeah, if he competing, I think he will win because this competition is very hard because you see we have a Leslo, we have Dennis. I don't know Dennis. I think
We've got yeah, Damien. Yeah.
they mean this is a lot of. We have also Grizzly Antoine who he takes second place in M Pro. So it's very hard,
Hmm.
because Laszlo is very nice to like Edwin do the vacuum, the line, everything.
Yeah, so that is Edwin Underwood. Next up, we have Udiah.
What you think about Edwin? You?
I really like Edwin's physique, man. He's definitely in my top five. Um,
Mm-hmm. Also for
and
me.
and he's gonna, I mean, he turned pro just a year ago at this show, which is incredible. I think he has a really bright future in classic. Um, so that is Edwin Underwood. Next up, we've got Udiah Rathnayake, who is Sri Lankan, but now lives in Italy. And he most recently competed at the Poland FA Pro.
Hey bro,
Yeah,
hey
I know
bro.
he dropped. I just kept going.
Yeah, yeah. Just sorry, I just received a calling. Is everything is stopped?
It's
Really?
okay, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
was just talking about this guy. So this is Udiah
Mm-hmm.
Rathnayake, and he's from Sri Lanka, but now lives in Italy. And he took eight
Mm-hmm.
the FA Poland Pro recently. And what I really like about his physique is he just has great density and muscularity. I think he's very, very thick and
Mm-hmm.
just has very just nasty looking grainy muscle. I don't know if he's the most classic guy in the world, but I like his physique a lot.
Yeah. Also for me, I think. It's very, yeah. It's very nice. Also on the front like that, it's very nice. But I think Bryant, for me, the classic must do the vacuum. If you see
Mhm.
Sibam, Ramondino, Urs, I
Yeah.
don't know. This is honestly my opinion. I think the vacuum is important.
Yeah, I think it has a place in classic. I don't think it should be a mandatory thing, but I think it's needed for some people's structures. I think it benefits some people's structures more than others, especially if. So me personally, I have a bit of a blockier look, so a vacuum actually helps me look better
Mm-hmm.
and looks more
Mm-hmm.
classic. So I think
Mm-hmm.
if it makes you look better, you should do a vacuum. But if you already
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
very, very narrow waist and wide
yeah,
clavicles, you don't even
yeah.
have to do a vacuum and you can still look great. But so that is Udiah Rathnayake. Next up, we have a guy Emmanuel Totti
Lele,
from Italy.
Lele Rico, Emanuele.
All right. So what do
Yeah.
you like about his physique, man?
Honestly, I told you one thing, uh, 3 or 4 guys. Also, the guy of Muscle Unit TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent me a picture and told me I'm very similar to Lele Rico on the face, because he have the same beard, the same hair. This is the third person told me about this. Yeah, we are very similar. And about the his shape is very. I like it, Lele. I like honestly, I really like it because I think he is on point.
hmm Beautiful structure. He has great classic
Yeah,
shape.
yeah. If you come back on the back double, yeah. If you see in the middle of the back, you see in the middle
Yeah, that's probably
in
the
the,
one
in,
weakness.
yeah, yeah, in the center. I think here the weakest uh, on the center, on the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I
But
think that's really the only weakness that he has, though.
yeah,
He's
it's
great
because it's
everywhere
perfect.
else.
Yeah, everywhere it's perfect. But if you see Denim, the guy who win, is if you see the back of him, is very perfect.
hmm
Mm.
Yeah, and I think
But
that was the difference in this show because Lele, he placed third at the Poland Pro, third at Ireland, and I think it's really just the back that has made the difference in those couple of shows.
Yeah.
He didn't place very well at the M Pro last week, but again, I think the judging was a bit questionable there, just because he had some of the best structure in that show. His condition,
Yeah.
it wasn't the best, but it was good enough in my opinion for at least top 10. But I think he'll do a lot better at this show.
Yeah.
So next guy we've got Luigi De Robertis. Is from
Yeah.
Italy.
Luigi. Yeah. I see him on the Olympia Amateur in Spain because we was there, and I see he take the pro card.
So a very new pro making his pro debut, and I think he's got a very good frame for classic. He's got great quads. I think his lats are very good too. Good midsection. I think probably the biggest weakness, though, I would say, is the glutes and probably the hamstrings. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more muscle in the back too. I think.
Yeah.
I think he just needs a little bit more size before he really starts to place well at pro shows. Just more size in general, and that's kind of how it is now. When you turn pro, most of the time you need more size to really compete at a high level.
Yeah, for this I stop. I do the bulk season now because I need to put muscle, and for this I take this period for building. And now I think next month we start to cut. I think to start the prep next month. Because now I start to clean my diet, and I see I lose 5 kilo.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I was 101. Very, very, very big.
So that is Luigi De Robertis. Next up, we've got Peter Vocevich. This is our last competitor from Poland. He competed in Ireland.
Very amazing.
And he took 4th place there. Francesco, what do you like about his physique?
Yeah, I think he is very impressive.
Yeah,
very impressive.
The big lats, the big quads. Yeah, I love the detail.
Very impressive. Yeah, it's very impressive. But I think if he coming more deeper and more shredded, he will be also in top 3, top 4.
Yeah, he definitely has the potential to be top 5 in this show.
Yeah, he have the potential. Yes.
All right, so that is our full lineup, ending with Peter Vocevich. So next up, we will get into our picks. So Francesco and I will both make our picks, and we'll start from 5 and then go to 1. So do you want me to start, or do you want to start since you're the guest?
bro, I can't say much because I know this guy competing, so I don't want maybe someone offending,
Oh, that's okay, man. You don't have to. You don't have to make picks.
No. But honestly, I do my top 5.
Okay.
I do my top 5. Okay. But first, you start and then I do my opinion.
Okay.
For the top 5.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So in 5th place, I have Antoine Loth from Spain. I think his condition and his size will make him stand out in this show. Probably the biggest guy in the lineup. Incredible condition. He might not be the most classic guy, but I think he'll stand out because of that. He stood out in Spain because of his condition and his size. So I have him in 5th place. And in 4th place, I have Emmanuel Rigotti, Lele Rico. So I think he's going to improve from last week. The reason why his condition wasn't quite where it needed to be last week was because he had a small injury and was stressing a little bit, so held a little bit more water. But I think he will be in that top 5, a lot more motivated, especially to bring his best look, given that he's competing in his home country of Italy. So I have him in 4th place. 3rd place, I have Damian Kofel out of Poland. So he's just probably one of the most balanced and proportionate guys, no standout body parts, but he's going to be in shape. He's going to look great. I think probably where he gets beat, though, is shape. And I think the two guys that I have ahead of him have better shape. So I've got him in third place. In second place, I have Edwin Underwood from Italy. I think his posing is going to probably make a good difference here. Damian beat him in Poland, but Edwin is competing in his home country now. And I think that is going to make a big difference too.
Yeah.
And my pick to win is Laszlo Pirali from Hungary. I think he just has the best shape, the best all-around classic physique in this lineup. He's going to be extremely peeled. And I just like him to win because I think he has the most classic physique. So those are my picks.
Okay. My pick. Honestly, okay. And in 5th place, I do Luca Corrado.
Luca,
For me.
okay.
In 5th place. I know, but for me, I think he can do the top 5 for me. And 4th place, also for me, Emanuele Ricotti. And 3rd place, for me, I don't know if Edwin or Denim. I don't know. But if yes, Edwin competing in Italy. So yeah, 3rd place, same of you, Denim.
And then
Edwin for 2nd. And for me, 1st place is Laszlo.
All right, guys. Those are our picks right there.
Yeah. It's almost the same pick.
And that's okay.
Yeah. This is it's almost the same.
So yeah, that's gonna conclude everything for the Sheru Classic Italy Pro preview. Now, before we sign off, I want to make sure you guys give Francesco a follow on Instagram real quick. So make sure you give him a follow here. His Instagram is Francesco Della Vedova _ IFBB Pro. Make sure you follow him. Look at his codes here, Jed North, Yamamoto Nutrition. Look at his coaching page if you're looking for a coach as well. And make sure you guys support him. Francesco, I want to thank you for joining today. And that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching CPC Bodybuilding, guys.
Yes.